Welcome back to the Tydirium Hangar. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video, and this time I want to talk to you about Vehicle Voltron and ask a question. Do you think we really need a Bandai version of Vehicle Voltron? Because there's several different versions out there right now that are available that you can get on eBays and other places. But do we need it? So we're going to get into talking about that and even with the lore of it. But let's start out by talking about Lion Voltron. So Lion Voltron started with Bandai back in the day, and this guy was solid. That's the one I had as a kid. I didn't have the Panache Place, which is another one that they made back in the 80s. I didn't have the miniature motorized one, which is another one they had in the 80s. Then in the 90s, like 98, the weird thing about Voltron is it kept throwing the license around. Multiple different companies have made it. When you think about other toy lines, they don't throw the license around as much. So 1998, Trendmasters got a hold of it, and they did basically just a reissue of this thing in metal. And then they did a plastic version, which was completely different. They did a jumbo plastic version. Then they did a crazy looking, weird looking thing that has nothing to do with Voltron. And I don't know why when these toy companies get the Voltron license, they want to make something weird. Then moving into Mattel's gigantic, what is that thing? The Matty Collector 23 inch. And I have that. I have actually a couple of them, but I didn't feel like it would fit in frame, so I didn't bring it down. Then you have Toynami, which is featured here, and there are multiple different issues from 1998 to 2008, 2008 on in with a Toynami license, and they made the masterpiece version, which I always thought looked a little skinny. Then we got into the Playmates versions, which is they made the Defender of the Universe, whatever, and that one was not exactly the best looking one in my opinion. And then they made a classic, which looks great, but it kind of has its own issues, and those all had electronics. And then you move into Bandai Solo Chigoken, and that's where it leaves us with the Lions and all the stuff they made with the Lion versions. So let's go ahead and talk about the Voltron, Vehicle Voltron, and the different versions there are. Obviously, you have the original Matchbox version, which I thought was, I never had as a kid. I never had interest in it. I didn't care about Vehicle Voltron at all. I just cared about the Lion bots. And I think that the majority of people out there care more about Lion Voltron than the Vehicle Voltron. And I think unanimously. But there is where the problem lies. I don't think any kids cared about a Star Wars yak face. In fact, we didn't care about the Star Wars Power of the Force line of last 17 figures as kids at all. So that gets into this. I didn't care about this as a kid, which as an adult, and after I got the Bandai version collected and a couple of other versions, I realized I gotta have me a Vehicle Voltron in the mix. So if you look at all of the plethora of different Lion Voltrons that are out there and the very few Vehicle Voltrons, and let's go through this. So we've got this guy. We've got a shorter version. I'm going to show him right here, I think. Shorter version of him, but made in die-cast metal. This guy's all plastic. They had a shorter die-cast metal one. Then we also got some knockoffs, and in the form of shorter knockoffs, and then of course a whole bunch of knockoffs that are the exact same size but different colors. And then we got the Miracle Metal Works Voltron. So when I first heard of the Miracle Metal Works, I thought it was a stupid idea because I'm a size junkie. I want the biggest, bestest, baddest Transformer. I like the 12-inch Transformer line. I like the biggest, bestest, baddest Voltron. I have a huge love for the Matty Collector, and I'm the kind of person that can fake it till you make it. I can make that thing look good. I can make any of these things look good in a pose, including this guy who has its own issues. Now, I've got the version 2, it fixed most of the issues, Version 3 is a little better. I think there's 2 more fixes they added to it that really won't help me with what I'm doing with him. But looking at it, it looks good. He is a lot smaller, and I don't like that he's so much smaller than this guy. And then there's some slight stability issues, but he's made of all metal, so he feels so much higher in quality. They've done a couple gimmicks with him. He's got a ton of accessories and all of that stuff. But here lies the problem. You're going to get this guy, hopefully, for $300. Hopefully he's coming out at $300 Bandai. You know, that would be great. And this guy's coming out 300, but the Bandai version. But Miracle Metalworks is running 450, 500 right now on eBay, if you could get that. Because there's a spurt of none of them showing up on eBay for a long time. And I experienced that myself trying to get one. But the thing is, do we still need Bandai? The answer is a very clear yes. This thing has posability issues. This thing has some, well, the first go around was really bad. And I didn't have to experience that. But they fixed most of it. But it's still not what I would know Bandai could do. I would just love to see Bandai take it on and do an amazing job. So this Soul of Chogokin vehicle Voltron is going to be awesome. It looks like it's actually a little bit stylized, or maybe it's just more cartoon accurate. And it has some different features. So if you look at the feet and the way the feet connect are more like the original. And then if you look at the yellow foot, it's actually completely different than the black foot. Whenever they make vehicle Voltrons, they just make they're exactly the same looking, except different colors. So I thought that's kind of interesting. Then if you look at the little middle piece, it has kind of something coming out of it. I don't really know what that is. Like a middle waist piece has something coming out of it there. But yeah, this thing looks like it's going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what accessories come with it, because I know they just have accessories coming out the wazoo. And I haven't even handled the Soul Chogokin yet. I missed out on it. If you missed out on it, you know, it's a tough one to get. And the reissue, I don't even know if the reissues, since I missed out on the pre-order, because it was like 20 minutes and it was gone. But anyway, it's definitely awesome. Thank you, Toy Arc, for the pictures. For those of us that cannot drive across or fly across the country to this event, much appreciated. Thanks, guys. But I would also like to see a third-party company come along and make some add-on kit for this, some joints to make this guy more posable. I really do think a company could come along and make this guy an add-on kit, kind of like with the Devastator, the Combiner Wars Devastator, and Perfect Effects did with, give him some shoulder articulation, because he already has elbow articulation. And if you look, I put these on here a little different. They're just supposed to put it on like that, but I think it looks stupid. And, you know, I'm the kind of person that fakes it till you make it. I do what I want with my stuff. You know, nobody tells me what to do with my stuff. Nobody says what I have to do with my stuff. I do it.
You done playing with your Voltron toys in there?
Yes, dear. I need about 10 minutes and I'll be finished.
You've got 7 more minutes till dinner.
Yes, dear. Anyway. From the legs, like the knee joint and a hip joint, it would actually give it some more height because of the way it's designed. But they could do it. It's possible. I mean, I could probably do it myself, but I don't think that I would be able to mass produce and all that stuff. But anyway, I really think that we do need a Bandai Soul of Chogokin version. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. And what's your favorite Voltron? Are you a lion bot or a vehicle bot? Todd Hanger out.